Boruto episode 98 preview breakdown. So what's up guys, it is your boy HumbleX here and I am back with another video. So in today's video I will be breaking down the preview for Boruto episode 98. So without further ado, let's jump into this preview breakdown. Now before I actually start breaking down the preview, I'd just like to say that there will be spoilers for other upcoming Boruto episodes in this video. So if you do not want to be spoiled for any other upcoming Boruto episodes, I'd recommend that you click off the video right now. So one last thing before I actually get into breaking down the first scene of the preview, and that is the title of this episode. So the title for this episode is The Cursed Forest. Alright, with that said, we can finally get into this preview breakdown. So, the first scene of the preview shows us a shot of Konohamaru, and he is talking to somebody. Then the camera cuts, and we see that he's talking to this lady here, this very nice lady. She is the woman that basically gives out the missions and stuff like that. We know that he's talking to her because we can clearly see that they're in the same background, or there's also the possibility that he could always be talking to somebody else because we also see Boruto in the next shot and he's in the same place as well. So Konohamaru could be talking to Boruto or any other member of Team 7 as a matter of fact. So moving on to the next shot or scene of this preview, we see Konohamaru standing on top of some rocks and he's looking at a piece of paper. I figure that that is a map or something that he's looking at. We also see Boruto sitting in the background drinking some water. We can also see the members of Team 15, Sumire, Namida, and Wasabi in the background as well. So if you guys didn't know, Team 15 will basically be playing a role in this episode. And also I forgot to mention this in the starting of the video, but this episode is the starting of a new arc, and there will be like 6 episodes in this arc, so please be prepared for that. So guys, as of right now, I'm going to be taking a short break from actually breaking down the preview for episode 98, and rather I'm going to start reading a short summary for you guys as of right now. So yeah, the summary reads, sorry guys, but just before I begin reading the summary, I just like to say that this summary is courtesy of Organic Dinosaur, so go check out Organic Dinosaur on Twitter. Okay, so the summary reads, in a village on the outskirts of the Fire Country, there has been an incident where the villagers have been getting attacked by birds that have become ferocious. Boruto and his comrades from Team 7 and Sumire and her comrades from Team 15 will be jointly doing a mission to investigate and resolve the damage from the wildlife. And so they immediately head over to the village upon invitation from their collaborator Tosaka, the ornithologist, or whatever. You know, an ornithologist is basically a person who specializes in the study of birds. For those of you who did not know what an ornithologist or whatever, I'm not good with the pronunciations, but you know, if you didn't know what it is, you now know. So the last line of the preview reads, however, they encounter a bizarre of a monster en route. Now, this was a pretty interesting summary. Thank you, Organic Dinosaur. Once again, go check out her Twitter link in the description. So continuing on with the preview breakdown, we get a shot of this guy. Now, if you remember me just reading the summary, you would have heard that I said collaborator Tosaka. So this guy is basically Tosaka. He's the collaborator. He's the guy that Boruto and them are going to be working with in this episode. He's the ornithologist, the bird guy, okay? And he seems to be saving some eggs in this shot right now. You can see that his hat is over there, so like he probably, you know, grabbed the eggs before they could fall or something like that. At least that's what I'm thinking when I see this scene. So let's continue. We see Boruto with a very embarrassed expression on his face, and we see Meatski whispering something to him. I don't actually know what's going on in this scene. It's just a really weird and awkward scene, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. So the next shot is a pretty interesting shot because we actually see one of these, or what I believe to be the ferocious birds that I mentioned in short summary that I read for you guys. Now, looking at this bird, I gotta say that this bird is pretty ugly. It is ugly. It is scary. I mean, this thing looks like a freaking monster, okay? I'm not judging, but I'm not pretty much of a bird person or anything, but I mean, just looking at this bird, it's just a weird looking bird, okay? That's all I gotta say. I'm moving on. So we see Meatski has this pretty shocked look on his face, or should I say surprise. He's like in awe, and I honestly, maybe Meatski sees the bird that we just saw, or maybe he sees Tosaka, because we get a shot of Tosaka. Again, he's on top of trees, I believe, because the way it looks is like he's on a branch. Maybe this scene with Tosaka on a branch is him before he falls down on the ground from the previous scene where he was lying on the ground with the eggs. Maybe he is about to save the eggs in this scene while he's on top of the tree. I don't really know. Next up, we have the final scenes of the preview, and then the first shot we basically see Sarada and Boruto in the corner there looking at something, and if we look directly in front of us we can see that it's a cave basically protected by a stone. So yeah, a stone is blocking the entrance, and we see Boruto and Sarada inside this cave, and they look to be pretty nervous. And then we get a shot of this thing, okay, this beast monster like thing. Now if you guys don't know, this is Hugo. Not the normal version of Hugo, obviously. This is Hugo when he transformed. So basically how I know this is through the fact that we have spoilers for upcoming episodes, and they basically talk about Hugo. So this 6-episode arc is about Hugo and them. Hugo's playing a role in this arc at least, and we do know that Hugo is the bizarre monster that makes an appearance. Remember, I read that in the short summary. So yeah, the bizarre monster that makes an appearance is Hugo, and definitely I'm excited for this episode because the fight between Boruto, Sarada, and Hugo will most likely start in this episode and will continue on into episode 99. So yeah guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below, and also guys, let me know your thoughts on this episode. Are you hyped, or the arc I should say, are you hyped for this episode and hyped for the 6-episode arc because Hugo is going to be involved? Also Team Taka, or should I say the rest of Team Taka, Suigetsu and Karin could be involved as well. So yeah guys, I'm just really interested. So this last shot is of Boruto. Boruto looks pretty surprised. Yeah, I know guys, I kind of rambled in the ending there, but anyways guys, have a blessed day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.